This week on the podcast, we're writing songs about Wes Anderson's Bottle Rocket, Can Missile,
Robbie.
Jar Bullet,
Robbie.
Container Bomb,
Robbie.
Firework.
Oh, Robbie. Robbie.
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back once again writing songs about 1996's Bottle Rocket. Andy, how are you little sprocket?
Should have asked me what's in my pocket.
Fuck! You know what? When it's you, I don't want to know what you've got in your greasy, grimy pockets, all right?
I got Polly in my pocket.
Pa-la-la-la Polly.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Those jingles were fire.
They were. That and Baby Bottle Pop, Baby Bottle Pop.
Yeah, and
Don't get me started on jingles on old commercial jingles, because I'll go forever.
Sock 'em boppers.
Sock and boppers, more fun than a pillow fight.
Yeah, hell yeah, I never had them. I never once seen anybody with them.
I don't think I had them either.
Yeah.
One time when I was working retail many years ago, we're playing the radio and they're just playing some jingle, and I just sang it. It was and I sang some old jingle, and this girl looks at me working at the register and goes, "Are you autistic?"
Hell yeah, brother.
And I was like, "Oh, I don't know how to take that. I'm your manager, lady." Andy, had you seen Bottle Rocket before?
I had not.
Me neither. This was my first time as well.
Wow, two newbies.
Wow. Don't look, I'm in the noob.
Nice.
Now, last week on the podcast, I had gotten confused because when I said, we're doing Bottle Rocket, what's funny is I could easily just cut that part out, but I've decided to do this instead.
There's literally no way, Robbie.
You're right. I guess you're right. I said this was starring Bill Murray and Jason Schwartzman because I was getting it confused with Rushmore at the time. Wes Anderson's next movie.
Interesting.
So here we're doing Wes Anderson's first movie, Bottle Rocket, with the Wilson brothers, all three of them.
Yeah, I didn't know there were three.
Yeah.
Huh.
We all know Andrew Wilson. I didn't know they had a brother, Owen.
Wow. Well, this came out in the year 1996.
It did come out in the year 1996. Yankees won the World Series. I'll say that every time we do a movie in which the Yankees won the World Series, which we're doing frequent years, there's not going to be many. Frequent years, recent years. Frequent years are years that happen a lot, and that's 0 years.
Yeah, they rarely repeat.
Yeah. When years start repeating, we have a serious problem. That means Superman started going really fast the other way.
Oh, shit. Bottle Rocket it did not gross a lot of money at the time. This is a cult hit, DVD sales.
On a budget of $5 million, its box office was $560,000.
Yeah. So it's not even on the list that I pulled up. So I'm going to start at the very, very bottom, and we're just going to work our way up.
Starting from the bottom? Oh, no, and then we'll get there.
Yep. Number 200 is Bad Moon, with a gross of $1 million. I'm abandoning the bit, and I'm going to start at number 5.
We don't abandon anything here. Keep going. You're not going to abandon this bit like I abandoned my child. Let's go.
I've abandoned my boy. Number 5 is Ransom, with $136 million.
Oh, what's that smell? It's ransom, right?
Very, very good, Robbie. You are a fool.
Yeah.
Ransom is what Robbie, he demands when he kidnaps, various innocents.
Very good. So you got that out smooth.
Yeah, I thought so. Number 4 is Jerry Maguire. Gerald Maguire.
Oh, it's about a bear. Show me the honey. Oh, bother. Jerry the Pooh.
Jerry the Pooh, he says. $153 million.
Tom Cruise's Piglet.
Speaking of Tom Cruise, number 3 is a previous episode, Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible.
Whoa, sprinkle a little cheese on that, a little bit of sauce.
Hell yeah.
And you know
brother.
what? That's a pretty tasty mission.
You know it is. It's $180 million. Number 2 is previous episode, Twister.
The Hot Spot.
$241 million.
Whoa.
Number 1 is also a previous episode, Robbie.
What? And can I guess what it is?
You may.
Is it the 4th of July?
It's not a previous episode.
It's not Independence Day?
Oh, shit. That's a different movie as well. 4th of July, I mean. No, wait, that's Born on the 4th of July.
Yeah, I know, you racial fool.
How dare you, Robbie? How dare you? Yeah, Independence Day with $306 million.
John Lennon wrote a song singing about you, Foolia.
How dare you? It's on the White Album. That's a backwall track, Robbie.
He was just singing about Andy. He goes, "Oh man, this kid's he's gonna be born one day, and this is gonna get him. This is gonna get him."
Yeah.
Foolia. They're like, John, why don't you change that to Julia? All right.
Yeah. Why don't you write it about your dead mom instead?
Who was also a fool.
Ah.
Mother, you had me, but I never had stew. He was very hungry. He had never tried a stew before. That's why Ringo's like, yeah, he was crying in the studio singing it. And he said, I've just never had stew.
He just really wanted stew. We made him a stew, but he refused.
He said it has to be his mother's stew.
He said the damage was done, is what he said.
They're all dead, except for, I know, well, John and his mom are dead, so it's fine. We can make fun of them.
I guess, Robbie.
Why? Why can't we make fun of dead people? I make fun of dead people all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't make the rules, you know?
Yes, you do. You're God.
Yo, if I'm God, nobody is made in my image.
That's not true.
Name one.
Your identical twin. Bandy.
Bandy.
Yeah. Your parents are like, yeah, we're gonna name our kids Andy, Bandy, Candy, Dandy, Andy, Fandy.
They were really, really creative.
Really creative. That's really clever.
Yeah. We should probably talk about Bottle Rocket.
We should. Don't you mean? Did I already say contain or something? I think I did.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know at this hour.
At this junction?
Silo mine instead of bottle rocket. I don't know.
Holy shit, Robbie. The bottom of the barrel is in shambles because of how much you've scraped it.
We open up. We meet Luke Wilson, or Anthony. He opens his window, and we hear Owen Wilson cawing like a bird. Owen Wilson is really good in this. He's so much fun because he's such a fucking idiot, and his one signal is caw, caw.
Yeah, he is. He's really carrying this. And apparently he didn't even want to be in it. Like, he wrote it with Wes Anderson, and he was like, I'm not an actor. What a fool.
Yeah, you're wrong, brother, because you're real good here.
Yeah.
Anthony is about to sneak out the window. His doctor shows up to congratulate him. Apparently, he is in a psychiatric hospital. He's there voluntarily. Owen Wilson's character, Dignan, doesn't know that he's there voluntarily, so he thinks Anthony is sneaking out. Anthony is talking to the doctor, and he goes, just look how excited he is.
Yeah.
And then when he gets down, he goes, wait, who's pulling the rope? Did you bribe the janitor? Smart.
Yeah. And then, like, he gives the doctor, like, a thumbs up, and the doctor's like, all right, man. All right.
He's really good. He's just a fool. He's just a fool in this. And he's so good at it.
You know, the way they set it up is like, okay, Luke Wilson's character is, like, superior to Dignan in intelligence, at least.
In every way.
As we go, he's not. They're
Right.
both stupid. And that's great.
You're seeing, because this is Wes Anderson's first film, and you're really seeing that groundwork being laid for the characters in future Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah.
Because the main characters in this, Anthony, Dignan, and Bob, are all pathetic. They're stupid.
Yes.
All their fights are childlike.
Yeah, and that I think I've seen other Wes Anderson movies, and they all have a very similar vibe of like the problem is everybody, the whole vibe is like there's a jovial innocence.
Right.
Like they're just three like lost idiots who are like, they like heist movies and stuff. So like, let's do that.
Right.
They're trying not to grow up. And like, I mean, we'll talk about it later, but there's a lot of good lines that are like, oh, damn, that's pretty good. And it's all played for comedy, like generally, but like there is an underlying, like these people they're just lost idiots.
There's a sadness to them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you get this idea that they're all spoiled rich kids who just want to do something.
Right.
Because even later on, when Anthony talks to his sister, she goes, "You never worked a day in your life. What could you be exhausted?"
Yeah, that's the line. I was like, that's a good line. That's a great line.
Yeah.
Like, I was just exhausted. She's like, you've never worked once in your whole life. And that's, I mean, yeah, like you said, they're clearly, because they even rob one of their houses.
Yes.
It's like they're clearly just privileged, like, and like time is fleeting. I get it. We've all experienced the passage of time. And at some point, you're like, nah, shit, I can't do this thing that I've always done because it's time for me to grow up. But
nope,
like, they're like, no, not us, not Robbie either.
No, me neither. If you ask me, it's 1996, just the year this movie came out.
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music, by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it. Robbie still plays in a sandbox in his backyard. Those big plastic turtles. You remember those?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, because they rob what they call the practice house after Dignan gives Anthony an agenda for like the rest of their lives.
Yeah. But they even botched that somehow. They have an argument about it.
Well, the argument is because they stole from Anthony's parents' house.
Right.
And he goes, how about next time we steal from your parents? He goes, oh, my mom and Craig don't have anything to steal.
Yeah. And then it was like, oh, you took the earrings or something. And he's like, you weren't supposed to take those. And then they get into a little squabble.
Yeah, because his whole argument is that he bought them for his mom or something like that.
Yeah. So stupid.
That's when Anthony goes and sees Grace. His sister is so clearly disappointed in him because she told her friend that he's a pilot. She also doesn't trust Dignan. She says that he's a liar. That's then when we meet Bob. This is the getaway driver, and he's basically begging to be on this team, and his whole reason is he wants to be on the team, and he's the only one with a car.
Yeah, and they're like, that's true, you do drive. That's true.
That's a great point. Anthony gives Grace his mom's earrings back. This is where it gets kind of sad, because she goes, when are you coming home? And he's like,
yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah, chill, yeah, chill.
And then we don't see her the rest of the movie. I mean, they reference her later, but we don't see, she's gone.
Yeah, but I like that. I kind of like how this is a well-made movie. Like Wes Anderson has always, a lot of directors, you see them grow, but I feel like Wes Anderson, I mean, if anything, the only thing that's really changed from this to like more recent stuff is like the cinematography. how he has like very like centered shots and everything. Like this, not so much,
Right.
but the vibe is very Wes Anderson.
Yeah, because in this, he's not using a bunch of miniatures and all these
Yeah.
big set pieces. This is just a character-driven story. And while his other movies are also very character-driven with those, along with the set pieces,
Right.
this doesn't have that. I would argue, aesthetically, this is one of the most accessible Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah, I agree.
Because this really feels like just a mid-90s indie film, which is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also like how people are like talking over each other. It like makes it seem not like a movie and makes you like, at least for me, I was more immersed in it. I was like, oh, well, like, that's how conversations work in real life. So,
right. That's the best way to put it. That's how they happen in real life. It's not like a lot of movies where it feels like everyone's waiting their turn to speak.
yeah.
In a lot of movies, like especially in modern day like superhero movies, when it just feels like I have a quip and then you have a quip and then
Right.
you have a quip. Here, they're all trying to get their point across, and a lot of times it's very funny.
Yeah. And realistic. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is then Anthony is really upset that Grace is all cynical, and in trying to cheer him down, Dignan says, "What has she ever accomplished in her life that's so great?" He's
Yeah.
talking about a teenage girl.
Yeah.
As they're driving, did you notice Bob is rambling and he just drives through a stop sign? Because Anthony's like, that was a stop sign.
Yeah,
You hear
yeah.
a car like beep.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how Bob is also a fucking like there's just three fucking idiots.
Yeah, they're all idiots. They're all losers.
Yeah.
Because this is where we meet the third Wilson brother, and he's Future Man, or Bob's brother John.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep calling him Future Man.
I don't know why either. It's very strange.
Yeah, he just has this nickname that no one referenced. Like they're calling him it, but we're not going to learn why.
But they just like take Bob in the house and beat the shit out of him.
That's just so funny. Because this woman is like flirting with Anthony because like, yeah, I was in a nut house. And she's like, oh, wow.
Yeah. I like how Dignan's like, yeah, chill.
Yeah,
And he's like, nah, I'll just say it.
well, clearly this is how he's been getting tail. It's just by being like,
guess.
I was in a nut house.
Yeah. And it's working because she's like, huh. I did also like before that, like at the start of the scene when Future Man shows up and he pulls a leaf out of the pool. And he
Yeah.
goes, what the hell is this? And Dignan just goes, it's a leaf. We learn of why he was in the nut house because not the nut house. Yeah. The voluntary hospital.
Yeah. I mean, they use the term nut house in the movie.
They do. Yeah. But like he just like, it seemed like he just hated his life and everyone in it. So he just took a long drive.
He goes, and after that, I just didn't want to answer any more questions from anybody.
Yeah. And like,
Which is very relatable.
yeah, like there is a point where you're like, wait, what? Like my life isn't fun anymore. I'm like working and all this shit. Like that's when, I had it a couple of years ago where I was like working a job that I didn't really care for. And then I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And like, you kind of stop and I didn't lose it. I was just like, let me figure out what I want to do. And now I'm doing it, Robbie.
Nice.
And it's this.
Yeah, we're making big bucks from our music.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna need some money like stat though.
Oh no. Future Man even asks, he goes, why is Bob's car out front? Because he's here. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, Owen Wilson's delivery and everything is great. And Luke Wilson, I honestly usually in other movies, I'm like, I don't get it. This guy I don't think he's a very good actor, but here I think he's doing pretty well.
I think he's very good as the straight man in a comedy,
Sure.
but being asked to be the sole lead in a movie, he's never been that guy.
Yeah, like Owen Wilson is like leagues above him as an actor, in my opinion, humble opinion.
I do agree with that. I also just think Luke Wilson's a very handsome guy,
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
and that can get you pretty far in Hollywood.
Sure. And Owen's got that nose, that very broken nose.
Yeah. And Andrew sounds just like Owen at times.
See, I just didn't
I was basing it solely off this movie. I couldn't name another movie he's in.
Yeah, but like also I didn't get until the credits where it was like in Future Man Andrew Wilson as Future Man. And I was like, that was Owen Wilson's brother.
Yeah.
That's the other Wilson brother. But yeah, I would never have guessed that.
That they were brothers?
Yeah, just Future Man looks completely like Luke and Owen look exactly the same.
See, I never thought so. Maybe it's the hair.
I think it is the hair. They did a good job of differentiating the hair. But and like in the beginning of this movie, I was like, they're not playing brothers? Weird. Because they're next to each other all the time.
I also thought they were brothers at first in the movie.
Yeah.
We get this quick gun scene. It is really fun, and this is a precursor to things Wes Anderson does in a lot of his movies. Then we see them planning the getaway. Bob keeps playing with the gun as they're talking, and Dignan's like, he's like, I paid for the gun.
Yeah.
And so Dignan disbands the entire team because Bob keeps playing with the gun. He goes, you're out. You know what? You're out too. I don't need a gang.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Dignan then comes back in and apologizes. That night, they're robbing the bookstore. And they're putting the tape on their nose. And he goes, what are you putting the tape on your nose for? And he goes, exactly. And then later on, when the manager asks Owen Wilson, why is the tape on your nose? He doesn't have an answer, so he just points his gun at him. Yeah.
I love this scene because like when they're robbing the bookstore, he's like, let's go, idiot. And the guy's like, hey, don't call me an idiot. And he apologizes. He's like, sorry. Just do your best. All right. I just need you to do your best.
We only have these little bags. All right, they'll carry a lot of them. Let's go. Yeah. This scene is a lot of fun. And we see the difference between Anthony and Dignan, especially because Anthony walks up dressed like he's going to rob the place. He's wearing like a black turtleneck, a black hat. I left my sweatshirt in here. No, you didn't. You're going to rob the place.
Right. And I don't remember. Is this a library?
I think it's just a bookstore.
It's just a bookstore. Okay.
But that's what I got from it.
Yeah.
Which is a really weird thing to rob.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was a library because, like, I would figure the cash register would be at the front counter. But if as a library, it would make sense that the cash is in a box in the back or something.
See, I just figured like there's a safe with money in it in the back because it's a store.
Yeah, that makes sense too. I don't know. Email in. Is this a library or a bookstore? roydsreview@gmail.com.
Hey.
I did it.
I like it. Throughout this whole time, Dignan has been showing Anthony a picture of his crew that it turns out to just be the landscaping that he used to work for, including James Caan, which I actually didn't catch originally.
Me neither, yeah.
That he's in one of the pictures. And then, like a child, he's shooting bottle rockets and throwing cherry bombs out of a moving car.
Yeah.
You're an adult.
They robbed successfully. They robbed this bookstore or library, whatever. And immediately they're like, let's buy some fireworks. It's just like not petulant, but just like children.
They are
like adult children.
Anthony tells Dignan that he's having some reservation. Dignan tells him to stay positive because crime does pay.
Yeah.
They stop at a motel. Anthony is swimming, and this scene must have been guest directed by Quentin Tarantino because he is zooming in on this woman's dogs.
Is he?
Yeah, because she's working barefoot for some reason, and we get like 2 or 3 close-ups of just her feet for a second.
I did not even notice this.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I gotta go back, you know?
Oh no. Anthony refuses to cut or dye his hair. I don't quite know why. He then hangs out in his hotel room. This is probably why, so he can meet the woman. Duh. He hangs out in the hotel room waiting for Inez to come. He's like, oh, yeah, the housekeeper's going to come back and she's going to see me naked on the bed.
Yeah, he just like bothers her, essentially. And then he just follows her around while she does her job.
Like, this is the kind of advice Andrew Tate would give a guy. Like, just follow her around at her job, bro.
Yeah.
Be an alpha man, follow her around at her job. But then he's like helping her and stuff because they walk into a room with people in it and he follows her and he starts fluffing the pillows and the guy's like, the fuck?
Yeah, he's just like in his robe.
Yeah, he's like, hey.
Like, even when she opens the door, she like tells him, she's like, stay here. Like, she doesn't speak much English, but she is very clear what she's telling you.
Yes.
Stay here. And he just walks in. He's like, how you doing? He's just fluffing a pillow. Idiot.
He's just working too. He's just like, all right.
Moron.
We're at the barbershop. Bob tells Dignan that his brother is in jail, so they leave without getting their haircut. At the hotel, Anthony continues flirting with Inez. They're doing laundry, and then Inez, for some reason, gives him a picture of her sister.
Didn't he ask? He was like, can I see what's in the locket?
Oh,
I think he
okay.
asked. Like, he's leading all of this, and she's just like, all right, whatever, man. But you know what? It is working.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I don't know. I guess he's got Riz, as they would say. How's that? I'm young and hip.
He had Ritz crackers.
Yeah, he was like, what do you think? You could put some peanut butter on them, and they're delicious.
Wow. She was like, I'm in, brother. I love me some crackers.
I guess when a guy who looks like Luke Wilson is just like, I'm going to go along with this until he gets really weird. But I would have thought really weird would have been when he followed you into the hotel room and started fluffing some guy's pillow.
Right. Well, is Luke Wilson like a very attractive man?
I think he is. I think a lot of people think he's a very handsome guy.
Is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Bob and Dignan get back, and Anthony is just like throwing a party in the hotel room.
Honestly, even though it's weird and it's not, I don't think it's creepy. It borders creepy. That's pretty creepy. But like, it's fun. Like, I enjoy it.
It avoids being creepy by showing that she's into it the whole time.
Yeah, and like you said, it's probably because he's cute, and he's charming. Like, he's charming her.
Like, we never get a scene of her saying, leave me alone,
right,
get away from me. And that helps. Believe it or not, it helps that she goes for it the whole time.
I did like to go back a little bit when he's like, can I see what's in the locket? And she gives it to him. And then he's like, wow, is this you? This is crazy. And he's like, no, that's my sister. He's like, wow, can I still keep it? And she's like, I guess. Like, if you need that.
No. And why don't you leave?
Yeah.
Anthony swims with Inez. They do a kiss in the pool. Dignan finds them and just ruins the mood. Because like, no, I'm not going to do that. But he still just sits down.
I love an oblivious cock block. He has no idea. Like, but it's so clear. But he's just like, I don't mind hanging out.
he goes, mind if I join you? No, I'm kidding. I don't have my trunks anyway. And he just sits down in the chair watching them. It's like, all right.
I love it.
The next morning, Bob drives off, and Dignan has this line, he stole his car.
Yeah.
It turns out Anthony let Bob go. He's like, he's going to help his brother out of jail. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Anthony also calls the front desk. Oh, so the night before, Anthony had given his watch to Inez.
Yes.
And then he calls the front desk asking for it. He goes, oh, she doesn't get in until 9. What time is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't have my watch.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Anthony and Dignan talk at a diner. Then Anthony runs back to the hotel, and him and Inez fuck in some random room while she's working.
Your girl is getting cock on the clock, brother.
Very good.
Thanks,
no.
brother. We used to call that. We used to call it that when COVID, everybody was working from home.
Yes.
We used to call it cock on the clock. Like, yo, you trying to get some cock on the clock?
Very nice. Very good.
Yeah.
I worked. So you guys are the reason everyone has to go back into the office.
Well, I had to go back regardless, but I'd get home early. And I'd be like, yo, let's get some cock on the clock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks to you guys, everyone has to go back into the office.
And we punched in.
Oh, you punched in.
You know what I'm saying, girl.
We then get Dignan just playing with fireworks like a sad little boy.
Yeah.
Because he's just sadly like shooting bottle rockets. They take Dignan to a bar, and he's having the time of his life playing pool with some guy. And then we finally just see him getting his ass kicked in the background.
I also liked how afterwards they're like, so what happened? He's just like, you know, I'd rather not relive it right now. Yeah.
But he goes, I can't believe that guy just sucker punched you.
Yeah. There's also there's a sign on one of the walls in the bar that said no foul language. And I thought that
You're
was
right.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's from another time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if bars used to have shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
So here's something I have to admit I got a little bit confused about. First of all, I totally understand why Anthony was in a psychiatric hospital. He confesses his love for Inez.
Yeah.
Via translator. For some reason, I thought this kid Rocky was Inez's son.
No. Just another guy who works there.
I thought it was her son.
No, does she have kids? I don't think she has kids, right?
Yeah, I watched this twice.
Okay.
And the first time I was at work. So the first time I was at work, and then I wrote my song, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's her. I think that's her son." And then I rewatched. It's like, "Oh no, that's just another employee of the thing." And I got confused because they kept calling him the kid.
Right. Okay.
And it just that for whatever reason I was really thinking that it was her son, which made the scene even funnier when he was translating for Anthony, and he's like, man, the second we had sex, it was really cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I have to translate this?
Yeah.
And it's funny because that is what really made me think it was her son, how awkward he was saying that.
Right. Right.
So like even here I'm going, wait, is that her son? And I was like, no, I'm going to go with it's not. But you'll see why I had to clarify that when you hear my song later on.
Oh, okay. Well, I like how he just kind of expects her to be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And she's like, no.
And he's translating and he goes, you're trash. You're paper in the wind. And he goes, it doesn't sound that bad in Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah, there is like she does love him, but she's just like, I'm not going.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. I have a job. I'm not going to leave with a couple of weird criminals.
Yeah.
The next morning, Dignan delivers an envelope to Inez from Anthony before the Wilson boys leave. Rocky runs downstairs and says, tell Anthony I love him, clearly translating for Inez. And Dignan totally misunderstands, goes, all right.
Yes. I love it. It's so good.
Because Rocky even like looks up at Inez to be like, I'm clearly translating.
Yeah. Dignan's just like, oh, okay, man. You know, you feel however you want to feel.
Dignan and Anthony are driving, the car breaks down, and it turns out Anthony gave Inez pretty much all of their money. If I was Dignan, I would also be pissed.
Yeah, yeah.
I also don't think he's in the wrong for being like, you don't give that much money to the housekeeper. And he's like, don't call her a housekeeper. He's like, that's what she is.
Right, but like not to him. Like, you know, they were in love. I'm throwing up air quotes on a podcast.
I get that, but after she's broken it off with you, you've essentially given, she's right, you've given the housekeeper a $500 tip.
Yeah, that's too much. Too much. Far too much.
That's inappropriate.
Yeah. I did like how he comes in, like Dignan comes in super hot after that. And then as soon as Anthony is like, don't you call her that, he immediately, he like starts backing up and he lowers his voice significantly. I was like, this is good stuff. This is good, like, character stuff. Like, we know who this guy is. He's not the fighter.
He's not that guy, pal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dignan basically says that Anthony's hospital stay was a vacation because he's like, you don't ever think your pal Dignan wanted some time away at that run-in in Arizona, meeting pretty girls?
Yeah.
And then Dignan smashes him across the face with a screwdriver or something.
Yeah, I thought that he, like, the screwdriver went through his nose or some shit.
Yeah, I think he just popped his nose. I think he just broke it.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you're going to look like me. Wow.
Wow.
Time passes. Anthony writes a letter to his sister. Him and Bob are working together. 3 jobs, and he's coaching a soccer team because his whole plan is to never have a minute of free time.
Yeah. Also, like, this whole montage of this letter, it's like these guys are incredibly small time, like
Yeah.
incredibly small time criminals. And Anthony's like, nah, I left all that behind. I'm on the straight and narrow now. It's like, you fucking robbed one store. You're not a fucking criminal. I mean, I guess on paper, sure. But like, come on. I left that life behind.
I wonder if they were doing this stuff beforehand too.
I don't know.
I kind of just assumed that at least.
Just like really small time shit.
Because at the very least, Dignan seems like this is his life, is he just wants to be a burglar.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm assuming Dignan is out of the hospital here. At least this is what I thought, that Dignan himself went to a hospital. Because then he shows up out of nowhere and apologizes.
Yeah, that's a good, I wonder.
That should be a question.
File that one under questions.
Yeah. Was Dignan in the hospital during this time?
Well, I find that the movie, after, they have their argument, and from that montage on, the pacing picks up and becomes kind of intense. I was like, whoa.
It does.
I keep up.
I got to be honest. That sentence went a different way than I thought it was, because I thought you were about to say it gets boring, and I was like, no, it does not, because we got the great James Caan showing up now.
No, I don't think this movie is boring at all.
No, I think this is a really fun movie.
Yeah, and but the pacing, it's like it, and like a lot of things happen.
Yes.
Like you meet new characters like James Caan, and he's like really not in it that much. But like, he's fucking James Caan. He's chewing the scenes that he's in.
That's the thing. Once James Caan shows up, it's instantly like becomes, oh, hello, Mr. Caan.
Yeah.
like all your focus just kind of shifts. Because when we first meet, we meet the driver, Applejack.
Yeah.
And then they all go meet James Caan, Mr. Henry, and he's just being a dick to Dignan. He's just like pouring water on him. And he goes, no, come on, open the door. He goes, it's locked. He goes, try it again. And he just does it because he has this faith in him, and he just pours water on him again.
He poured water on me again. Like he says it.
James Caan is very Joker-esque in this.
Yeah.
He's just like threatening people and then laughing about it.
Yeah. Like super small time Joker.
Yeah.
I think he only has it for that one scene, but he's got a little ponytail.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's so funny because it's not here.
Yeah.
But it's like later on he just has a ponytail, and that's not explained at all.
Love it.
Anthony is reluctant to do the job. We get a quick scene where Mr. Henry, ultimately, we see it, he convinces Anthony to do it. Then we get this scene of Future Man showing up. He makes fun of Dignan for being a landscaper, makes fun of the yellow jumpsuit. And then Anthony goes, hey, did you see what he had on? And Dignan goes, yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Anthony tells Dignan that he's in on 3 conditions, but it's really only one condition, and it's that Bob is on the team.
Yeah. Well, one of them was like, Dignan, you got to call the shots.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you putting all your faith in Dignan? He's just as dumb as you are, if not dumber.
The reason he's putting all his faith in Dignan is because of what Mr. Henry said to him when they were sitting on the bench, because he says to him, hey, man, this is this kid's life.
Yeah.
Like, you're breaking his heart if you don't do this for him. This is what he wants.
Right.
And so Anthony's like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna give Dignan his flowers. He could do whatever he wants here.
Right.
And that's why his 3 conditions, it's really just one. It's you call the job, you give me a yellow jumpsuit, but Bob has to be on the team for some reason.
Well, he's developed a relationship with Bob. They're working together now.
Right. We then see Mr. Henry doing some martial arts training, and I like eventually he just starts yelling, move back, move back!
Yeah.
Dignan and Anthony go get Bob. They're then at Bob's family's country club. Future Man comes up, and he starts making fun of Bob, and then Mr. Henry just gets in his face.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. And I liked how he says, like, I hope that didn't offend you, Bob. Did that offend you? And he's like, no, I don't think that offended me at all.
Yeah, when he goes, I'm sorry to say this about your brother, Bob, but your brother's a cocksucker.
Yeah, cocksucker. Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Then we get this really quick, weird shot of James Caan like playing piano and singing at Bob's. He's like, Bob's got a really nice house.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
It is very clear that he's going to rob that house, though.
Yes.
Which is great.
This is his whole plan. It's so good. Anthony and Dignan are scouting the cold storage facility. Dignan goes through his whole plan. He goes, what'd you draw there? And it's just a flip book of a guy pole vaulting.
And he compliments it. He's like, that's really cool. That's really nice.
Really good job.
I thought he was going to be like, man, you got to keep your head in the game.
Yeah,
but he's not. He's like, that's really nice.
So it's just incompetence. There's something great about incompetent criminals. There's just something great.
Love
it's a trope I'll always go for. It's like, you ever see the Woody Allen movie Small Time Crooks?
Possibly back in the day, yeah.
There's a scene when they're like digging a tunnel, and I think it's Michael Rappaport, but to look cool, he turns his hat on with the light on. He turns it backwards.
Yeah. This scene is where we get like, he's like, yeah, Rocky. He said he loved you, man. He's a good kid, but
it's just a little messed up.
Yeah, just a little turned around. And Luke is like, holy shit, Inez loves me. And he books it. He
goes, is there a chance he was translating? And no, I was talking English to him.
But he runs away and Dignan is still confused. He's like, where are you going, man? He's just confused.
Yeah, like, what does he think's gonna happen? Anthony calls around and is apparently just calling hotels until he can talk to Inez.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Her English is now perfect.
Yeah, it's better, for sure.
Yeah. During the heist, we just see that this entire crew is a bunch of bumbling morons because they have this one guy, Kumar. Everyone else seems to have a nickname except Kumar.
Yeah.
And they're like talking on the radio, and Anthony goes, hey, Bob, I don't really want to do this job anymore. And Bob's like, yeah, me neither.
And he like comes, he's like, what are you doing? He's like, you're supposed to be lookout. He's like, I'm all alone out there, man.
I broke my walkie-talkie. He just dropped it and it broke. Because Dignan's like, I hear the elevator. Someone's coming. Who's coming? And it's just Bob because he broke. And he thinks that's the best thing to do is to come upstairs.
Yeah. It's great stuff.
Kumar can't open the safe. And Dignan's like, all right, well, if you can't do it, you can't do it.
Yeah.
He's like understanding about it.
Yeah. And then like later he comes back, like he leaves him to open the safe. And then he comes back and he's just sitting on the couch. He's like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
The employees come back and Dignan goes, you're always at lunch right now. He goes, not always.
Yeah.
I don't know whose gun goes off. They blame Bob, but I don't know whose gun goes off.
It's kind of like Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah. But it could be any one of them because they're all buffoons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every single one of them.
Yeah. And this also causes Applejack to have a heart attack. Like, you shot Applejack. No, I didn't. He's having a heart attack.
It's great. This whole scene is great.
It's so fun. They set off the smoke bombs. And then they just find Kumar in the freezer. Like, what are you doing in here? He's like, I don't know.
And he's like, I'm so cold. I'm very cold.
And then they get out to the van. And Bob comes out like, where's Applejack? He's just left him on the second floor because the elevator broke.
I like how Anthony and Dignan, they start fighting over who's going to go back, to do the big heroic rescue for Applejack. And ultimately, Dignan is like, no, man, I'll do it. I'm doing it. Run. And he does it, and all the cops show up.
He goes, I'm not going to go to jail because I'm fucking innocent.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck are you on about?
And then we get the shot of Mr. Henry just robbing Bob's house, like just emptying it out. His guys are just loading up a moving van. And then Dignan comes running out. He's got Applejack's like limp body. Yeah. He throws him in the car along with the keys and he locks himself out of the car.
Yeah. And then we get a little chase.
Yeah, we have a nice, fun little chase. And then they catch him, and it looks like they beat the shit out of him a little bit.
Classic cops.
It is.
They'll rough you up for every step you made them take. You know?
They're like, I'll fuck up that nose even more, brother.
Yeah, brother.
They arrest him on some ice, and I don't know why. I think that just looks cool, the arresting on ice.
Yeah, they throw him on the bags of ice. Yeah.
Yeah. Cut to Christmas Day. Bob and Anthony are visiting Dignan in prison. Dignan is totally oblivious because he's asking if Mr. Henry is going to visit him.
Yeah, and they're like, no.
He robbed Bob's house. Like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like Dignan's just demeanor here. Like, he's not defeated. He's just like, yeah, I guess I got to do some jail time. I get out in like 24 months.
Yeah, surprising he only got 2 years, but
Yeah.
I guess when it's only attempted robbery.
What did he say? DRS. I have DRS disease.
No, CRS. Can't remember
CRS.
shit.
Can't remember shit. Yeah, and he's like, that's what he told the judge. Great stuff. This is all very good.
Anthony and Bob are leaving. Dignan tells him, no, you're going to help me escape. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. He throws it on, and then he's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. And then he walks back to prison, and it's very sad. The look on his face is like, bye, guys.
Yeah, but then he turns back, and he gives him like a smile and a wave.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That's that like optimism and like innocence that Wes Anderson has, and like all of underlining in all the movies I've seen.
Yeah.
It's always like, yeah, things could suck, but like he's still a kid. You know, like nobody really learns a lesson, you know?
Oh, nobody learns shit in this movie.
But like it's kind of like it's okay to be a fucking idiot loser. Like if you're happy with what you are, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I took from it.
No, that's a fair message.
Yeah.
I took from it that crime does pay.
How did you take that from this, Robbie?
Oh, I'm a career criminal. I robbed the Pentagon.
You robbed the Pentagon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I robbed the rhombus.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I stole an octagon.
Like a fighting.
No,
like,
I stole
ring?
a stop sign.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's an offense, brother.
Yeah.
I'm going to prison.
Well, that's why I was asking if they robbed a library, because I feel like that's like part of the government.
But
like,
I also
wouldn't
don't
that
think
be like a
what
big
money
offense?
what money would libraries have in there?
Exactly. That's why I thought it was very funny that they would rob a library, because like what the fuck money does a library have?
No, I think this was the 90s because no, it definitely was the 90s. But I think it was a bookstore because they were like big in the 90s. They made money.
That's true. Yeah.
People read.
But also, like, does a library? Because I remember paying cash at a library for like late fees.
Yeah, but how much did you pay?
Thousands, Robbie.
Andy, how late was that book?
Thousands of years.
Now listen, I could be wrong because there are services you can do at the library. A lot of libraries take passport photos now and passport applications.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, I think
if you work at a library, send us an email, roydsreview@gmail.com. Tell us the library, the address of the library, and how much cash you have in the back.
Yeah. And your social security number.
I don't need that.
I need it. I'm going to steal your identity.
Andy! Don't do that.
I actually don't really know how to go about doing that.
Very simple. What you do is you sneak into the government and you steal a bunch of social security cards.
You sneak into the government.
Yeah, you just go right into the government. You ever see a government building? You walk right in and go, can I see the social security card room, please? And they'll say yes, and they'll walk you in.
Right this way, sir.
Yeah, and they'll walk you right in. And you go, remember, and they'll say, remember, just take your own. And you're like, I will, sir. And you walk through a big room with a bunch of filing cabinets, and you open them up, and there's everybody's social security card.
Wow.
That's true.
You know what? I have no way to disprove you.
I do have to say this. If you're only doing 2 years, you don't try to escape.
Oh, no.
No, you do your 2 years. Maybe you can get out early on good behavior. But if it's 2 years, no. You keep your head down. You try to make, you do what you can. You try to stay out of trouble. Do
Yeah.
your hopefully 18 months and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, if I had like a long time in prison, I think I'd like first day I would shit in my hand and rub it all over myself.
Okay.
Because then people would be like, "Oh, that guy's nuts." Don't, you know?
My concern with that is then you're going to get people who are like, I'm going to prove myself by going after him.
Yeah, you always have that. That's true.
Because now you've established yourself as the crazy guy, and there's going to be someone who's going to be like, I'm going to take out the crazy guy.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
I mean, if I was in prison for a long time, listen, if you're in life, sure, try to escape.
Yeah.
Like if I was doing life in prison, I'm absolutely trying to escape and saying, just shoot me down, brothers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, what do you got to lose, you know?
Exactly. But 2 years, no, I'm gonna do my time and do some rhymes. Just like
All
that.
right. Interesting.
I did my time and I did my rhyme.
You know what I'd do in jail? And this is new. I don't think anybody else would do this. I'd get fucking jacked.
Dude, that's the only thing you could do.
Oh, shit. That's like the thing to do.
I would...
Robbie?
You want to go to Letterboxd?
Yes.
I'm on Letterboxd. I really, really liked this. I think this is
Same.
a really good movie.
Same.
I'm kind of leaning heavy here and going 4 stars. What are your thoughts?
I was thinking the same.
Dude, that's easier than me after a couple of shots. 4 stars, brother.
Like gunshots?
No, Andy, I have a drinking problem.
Oh, you mean patron. Drinking shots of patron.
Yes, give me 1 margarita. I'ma open my legs.
Give me 2 margaritas. Holy shit. I haven't heard that in a while.
So we've given bottle rocket, can missile, jar gun. We give it 4 stars.
Okay. All right.
You got one?
Container ship.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Urn bomb. It blows up, and all of a sudden you just see like bits of cremated person come flying at you.
Good Lord. Grandma.
Decanter grenade.
Okay. I've got some trivia.
Yo, I also have some trivia. I have 5 trivias.
Holy shit, I got 4.
Yo, I'll go first.
You do that.
When we see Anthony, or Luke Wilson, playing pinball, what sport is the pinball machine based on? Baseball, football, hockey, or soccer?
Baseball?
No.
Soccer?
No.
Football?
No.
Hockey?
It is hockey, yes.
Wow. I've done it.
Very good.
What kind of guitar does Anthony have in the background during the montage of him saying he's working or all that? Is it a Les Paul, an SG, a Strat, or a Tele?
Telecaster.
No.
Strat.
Yes.
Yeah! Hey, finish this line. This is spoken by Dignan. How does an asshole like Bob have such a nice car, pool, yard, kitchen?
Pool.
No.
Yard.
No.
Kitchen.
It is kitchen, yeah.
I did it. After the movie bombed in the box office, Owen Wilson seriously considered quitting acting and joining the Army, the Marines, the Air Force, or the Navy.
The Navy.
No.
The Marines.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
vile projectile.
Got another trivia, Robbie?
How much money do Dignan and Anthony have left after Dignan gives all the money to Inez? $16, $17, $18, $19.
I believe it is $16.
It is $16.
Yeah. Who named this movie as one of their favorite films of the 90s? Steven Spielberg, Francis Ford Coppola, or Martin Scorsese?
Oh, that would be Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I read that before.
Huh.
Yeah, it's also, I read when I was on my Wikipedia research for the movie, I saw that. I was like, oh, huh. This seems like a movie he would like, but it's weird because no one gets their head blown off in it.
Right. It's not horrifically violent and
But there's a lot of
dirty.
great dialogue, so.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good movie.
Oh yeah,
I
we
think
gave it
this
4
is
stars.
Yeah, this is fun and funny and also a little thought provoking, huh, Robbie?
I agree. It makes me think maybe I should commit crimes.
Makes me think maybe I should.
Makes me think I should go to a hotel and follow around housekeeping.
Well, you do that anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's how I always get it wet.
Yeah. What wet, Robbie?
I go in
fine.
the pool. I just go in the pool.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. What is the name of the Little League soccer team that Anthony coaches? The Hurricanes, the Tornadoes, the Storm, the Lightning.
The Hurricanes?
It is the Hurricanes.
Oh shit! I pulled that right out of my tuchus.
Ooh. The Churro Canes. It's like it's cinnamon goodness.
It's in my eyes. What actor commonly used in Wes Anderson films has claimed to have never seen this movie? Bill Murray, Ben Stiller, or Ed Norton?
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
That's weird. This seems
Yeah, I
like something
guess.
he would enjoy.
Oh, probably.
I also got the sense that James Caan was like the proto Bill Murray. It's like if this was made a few years later, that would have been the role Bill Murray was in this movie.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Hey, what is the dog's name? Luke Wilson has a dog in the movie, so Anthony has a dog. Is it Spud, Oscar, Hector, or Gomez?
I don't remember a dog at all.
When Dignan gets out of whatever he's in and he comes and apologizes to Anthony, Anthony is playing with a dog. And when they're
Okay.
talking, the dog kind of like runs off screen. It's like a black lab or something like that.
Okay, Gomez.
No.
What were the other choices?
Spud, Oscar, or Hector?
Oscar.
No.
Hector.
It is Hector, yes.
Wow.
Very, very good. Canteen buckshot. Andy, I wrote it a song.
How'd you do that?
Well, you see, what I did was I sat down at a piano, and I was
Yeah.
like, let me do a little bit of jamming. And I just started jamming. Next thing I know, I had this whole song about the movie Bottle Rocket.
Wow. I also wrote a song.
Dude, that's incredible edible egg. Right?
Yeah, sure, man.
You don't remember those commercials?
I do. Yeah, we were talking about our commercials earlier, Robbie.
The incredible edible egg. Which is what I call my penis.
Aren't all eggs edible?
No. Not if they're fertilized, brother.
I guess, I mean, you could still eat them.
You could
You'd
technically
just
eat
be
it.
a weird monster, man.
Into the Monster Man. Wow. I have a
Yo,
pick to
I'm
flip.
All right, flip that shit, Robbie.
Call it. Andy, fucking
Heads.
call it.
Heads, brother, heads.
It is heads. Get into my
Oh,
beds.
no.
I have several. Doodle-doodle, and the sheets are made of lead.
Robbie. Robbie.
That was good. That was really good. Good job, Rob. Thanks, Rob.
You can't just say it was good and it means
I
it's
can.
good.
I did. I can and I did.
Shit, he's right.
This is the post-truth era. I can say whatever I want.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. I'll go first. My song. Looking at my lyrics to see what I'm naming this song because my mishap.
I've done this. I've done that before. Where I remember I used AI to come up with my title for my Toy Story 3 song.
Yeah.
And Beyond the Toy Box was a really good name. Want to ask AI for a title for your song?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Hey, AI, what should Andy call his Bottle Rocket song? What should Andy call his Bottle Rocket song?
It'll be, about the movie Bottle Rocket.
Well, we'll see what he says.
Okay. They're using
Chat GPT, brother.
Nice.
I think I broke it.
You broke Chat GPT.
Yeah, it's not giving me an answer.
Interesting.
It's literally just like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on this one.
I don't know, brother.
I think ChatGPT doesn't like me because I spend way too much time arguing with it on whether or not I should fight alligators and stuff. And it's like, I cannot stress, do not do that. I was like, I'm going to go fight an alligator.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Let's go with Exhausted.
The song's called Exhausted?
Song's called Exhausted.
Because ChatGPT thinks you should call it, "It looks like you're asking about something, but I'm not sure what you're referring to. Could you clarify your question or provide more details?"
I think Exhausted is a little more of a punchy title than that.
Yeah, probably. Oh, ChatGPT's finally responding.
Interesting.
And they said you should call your movie Exhausted.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Exhausted then.
Good idea. Good idea.
All right, my song's called Exhausted. It's kind of a lower key type deal because I feel like this movie's very I don't know. I watched it and I was thinking this is like acoustic rock. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, it's that. And it goes like this.
I was exhausted, tired of being who I was. Had to get away from it all, give myself a break because it was starting to get to me, the fact that I'm nothing. But if we can plan this out, maybe I'm something. But if I stop now and I'll grow up, get with honest, love her and no one else. How are you exhausted? You never worked a day in your life. That's what she said to me. Boy, those words sure cut like a knife. I love her and no one else.
That's my song playing.
Rock and roll. Wow, that was really heavy.
It wasn't, Robbie. Let's a little peek behind the curtain. I had some technical difficulties. I was recording the
testicle
song.
difficulties.
I had that as well, Robbie. I took Rob just mime jerking off 2 huge cockaroonies. But my computer is a big old hunk of shit, and I was recording last night, and it crashed, and it never just goes black, dead.
Would you say your computer's the iPod?
No, I would never say that, Robbie. But it crashed, and then I booted it back up. Took a while, and everything I had done was gone. And I said, "Not today, Satan."
My computer cocoed.
My computer crunched. Go ahead.
My computer engined.
Okay. So, I'm gonna re-record it, and hopefully I don't change it too much, because maybe Robbie's right. Maybe I'll be like, you know what? Let's go metal, brother.
Yeah.
But well, I'm gonna re-record it and send it to Robonzo Beans here, and he'll throw it in here. Robbie, tell us about your song.
My song is called Checked Out, and it's a rock and roller, and it's really just about the relationship between Anthony and Inez. And remember, at one point I did say I thought Rocky was her son when I recorded this song. And that only comes in for one line, but I think I should point it out before you're like, why did he talk about hanging out with her son in the song? That's a weird thing to say, Rob.
Okay.
So here's my song. It's called Checked Out, and it goes like this.
Checking out of the hotel. I'm checking out of my hotel room, but I'm in love with you. I'm so in love with you. Hang with you while you're doing chores. When I'm with you, I'm not getting bored, 'cause I'm in love with you. I'm so in love with you. Don't ask me where I've been. I've been away. Don't ask me where I'm going. I cannot say. Driving off in the getaway car. Lose the cops, gotta drive real far, 'cause I'm in love with you. Though I just met you. It's more than just having fun. I'll even hang out with your son, 'cause I'm in love with you. Yeah, I'm in love with you. Don't ask me where I've been. I've been away. Don't ask me where I'm going. I cannot say. Yeah, the pressure got to me. I guess I am lucky after all. It's great to be back with you. Now we got a job to do. Make the call. Yeah, the pressure got to me. I guess I am lucky, 'cause I met you. And I'm in love with you. I checked out of my hotel. I'm coming back to the hotel, because I'm in love with you. I'm so in love with you. Don't ask me where I've been. I've been away. Don't ask me where I'm going. I
That was my song called Checked Out.
I like it. I like. Did you throw a harmony on that guitar?
I did, yeah.
That was fucking.
Wanted to
Oh,
wow, wow, wow.
That was cool as shit.
Thank you. Yeah. This one I liked. Sometimes I'm not feeling one of my songs. This one I was feeling. I was really into this one.
Yeah, I like this song. I like it.
Thanks.
And I wrote it.
Damn it!
I've done it again, guys.
Originally, my song was called "Checked Out of My Hotel," but I was like, "What am I, a fucking emo band? I'm not fucking writing my song name to be 8 words long. It's just Checked Out. My song is called Checked Out."
Yeah.
It's also in D flat because if there's anything I'm good at giving, it's a flat D.
Nice, dude.
Crushed my penis in a hydraulic press.
Oh my god, yo! I love watching those hydraulic press videos.
Yeah, with wieners in them.
Oh my god.
Hot
oh my
dogs.
Goodness gracious. Still, it's kind
What?
of gross.
Why is it
Kinda
gross? I love hot dogs.
I like hot dogs too, but I don't want to see them get crushed. I want to see like
Oh, yeah.
certain like Robbie. Robbie did a little cum.
I'm always
yeah.
gonna watch things get crushed, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, I like it when they're nice and crispy. You know.
I like when my face gets crushed under a woman. Why? Why am I like this?
I don't know.
What?
You're a degenerate, Robbie.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, why did I didn't have to say that. It would have cost nothing to not say that.
Yeah. But
because we were talking about things getting crushed, I had to say it.
Well, see, I was
I like having my
watching...
windpipe crushed by a woman's thighs. I'm so sorry. Just go ahead.
You really didn't have to say that. We were past it. I was on a whole new tangent.
I wasn't.
Nope.
I was thinking about how I can get my rocks off.
Well, as we were watching this, as I was watching this, I was thinking like, how are we going to do this movie? Because we've talked about comedies and how it's a lot of it is like, that was funny.
Right.
I like that part. And there's something about this one in particular where it's like it's more than just a comedy. And like we could, because we've done funny movies.
Right.
Like you could argue Beetlejuice is also a comedy.
I would argue
like,
it's a strict comedy.
Yeah. But like, you know, it's a little more than just a regular comedy, you know?
Right. Because there's spook to it.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I think we could do movies like this.
Well, that's the beauty of a lot of Wes Anderson movies is they're inherently comedies.
Yeah.
But especially going forward, they're super interesting to look at.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things you could really get from the performances in Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah. Royal Tenenbaums is one that comes to mind.
Royal Tenenbaums, Life Aquatic, which I'll be honest, I'm in the minority. I didn't really care for Life Aquatic.
I never saw it.
But I'm a big Wes Anderson fan, to be honest. I like most of his movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many, but I like what I've seen. I saw the one with the camp.
Midnight.
Yeah,
No.
Midnight. No. Yeah, Midnight. No. Something. Midnight.
It's something. We butchered that one. Hey, send us an email because we're not going to look it up, but it's got Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis, Ed Norton. It's good.
I mean, I liked the French Dispatch. I liked the most recent one with the spaceships.
I didn't see it.
I've forgotten the name of. That was good with Jeffrey Wright. He's been in both of those.
Okay.
I even liked Isle of Dogs, and I know a lot of people didn't like Isle of Dogs, but I did.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. There you go.
There you go. That's a good one. Mr. Clooney.
Seen it. So Robbie, what do we got going on next week?
Next week, it's getting scary in here, Andy. Do you know what's the start of?
Don't tell me, Robbie.
It's I just dookied my shorts October.
Robbie.
I'm so scared.
Robbie.
We're doing.
I gotta tell you, I'm scared.
Me too. We're doing Bad Dream on Oak Road.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
We're doing Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, we're doing Nightmare on Elm Street. You didn't like Bad Dream on Oak Road?
I did. It just made me it just made me furious.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'll do more of those though. Don't worry.
Okay. Had you ever seen that movie before?
I've never seen it. In fact, I haven't seen any of the movies that we are doing for I'm So Scared I Just Peed Myself Katober.
Wow. I'm pretty excited for boy, am I gonna I'm gonna scream at the top of my goddamn lungs, Katober.
I cummed in fear Katober.
You cummed in fear.
Yeah. You never do a fear cum?
Just,
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, yeah.
A fear
all
cum
right.
is when you're watching porn and all of a sudden you hear sirens behind you and you're like, but I typed in MILF.
Well, tune in next week if you want to get spooked out of your fucking jorts, brother.
Yeah, because we're going to be just as scary. We also have guests all month long.
Yeah, guest heavy, brother.
So we're having a Halloween party all October long on the Royds Review podcast.
All Hallows Eve.
Hey, Andy, tell the fine listeners where they can get our music.
Yeah, you go to the music store and you type in music. No, you go to Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music, Deezer, maybe. Robbie, you got one?
Sploosh Blast.
You type in the Royds, and let me tell you what, you're going to find a lot of songs. We got several collections. We got several albums and a Christmas song. And yeah, check those out. But if you want to hear all of them, including guest songs, bonus songs, every single Royds song, you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com. And let me tell you, if you don't nut, your money back guaranteed. Right, Robbie?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'm getting from my lawyers that I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
my
I
lawyer's
agree.
Robbie. Robbie's my lawyer.
You lose every case. We lose a lot.
All the time. And I'm constantly being sued.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Robbie, the socials.
Oh. Carafe Buckshot.
The fuck is Carafe? And you already did Buckshot, Robbie.
Did I do
Yes.
Buckshot? All right, because I'm
Yes.
going to be honest. I Googled synonyms for bottle, and that was one of them that came up.
What is it? Carafe?
Synonym? Yeah, Carafe.
I've never heard that word in my whole life.
I've definitely heard it before, but now I'm questioning if I pronounced it correctly. But fine, if I already did I almost said backshot. If I already did buckshot, then flask pellet.
All right.
All right, you can find us on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube at TheRoydsBand. You could also send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. You can listen to the podcast on YouTube at The Royds Review Podcast. Anywhere you are listening, give us a 5-star rating and review. Subscribe, like, tell your friends. It really helps us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, next week we're getting super fucking spooky, so look out, brother. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Night Terror on Sycamore Road. That's pronounced carafe.
You had the shit out of me, man. I thought it was Freddy Krueger himself.
Is that the guy from Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah. Freddy Kruegs.
Isn't a young Johnny Depp in this movie?
Yeah, John Old Depp.
Donald, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I saw it like years ago. Quick story for the very end of the podcast. Great placement.
It's perfect. I know everyone's like hearing us give all the socials and signing off. Think, oh, I hope they have a quick story before the end.
I saw Freddy versus Jason in theaters with a friend of mine and my mom because it was rated R, and I was
There were
too young.
boobies in that movie, weren't there?
There were boobies in that movie.
Oh, did you crank hog?
Nah, man, I was in the theater.
So what?
Did you crack hog?
When has that ever stopped Pee Wee Herman?
I'm not Pee Wee Herman, Robbie. Also, his name was Paul Rubens.
But you do have the same paintings in your house.
I like to separate Paul Rubens and Pee Wee Herman because I really like Pee Wee Herman.
Hey, listen. Paul Rubens is weird for getting arrested for the stuff later in life. Getting arrested for cranking hog in a fucking porno theater, I ain't gonna judge, brother.
You're fine.
But it's the shit he got in trouble for later on. It's like, hey, that's weird, Paul.
Yeah. For sure. And 7 years ago. Anyway, saw Freddy versus Jason with my mom, and my mom is a very innocent, naive person. She's very much like SpongeBob. She's like relentlessly optimistic.
Why are these two friends fighting?
Like anytime like a gruesome murder would happen, she'd like lean over so that I could see her, and she'd go, "That's silly," and she'd go back. And I really appreciate that, honestly. At the time, I was like, "Mom, I'm trying to watch the movie." But like now, it's like that's fucking gold.
That is a very your mom thing to do.
Yeah, it's incredible. Loved it.
I saw this not in theaters. I saw this on a bootleg DVD that my mom brought home when it was still in theaters.
With Freddy versus Jason?
Yeah, Freddy versus Jason, yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll cover it eventually.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know Kelly Rowland's in it.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
This is one of the members of Destiny's Child. That's not Beyonce.
Oh, so she doesn't matter.
Robbie.
What?
I think she's got a song. Can't remember it.
Oh, wait. Was she the one that all the memes went around if she's like texting someone on Excel? Is that her?
I don't know. I'm at a loop on that one.
Andy, come on. You got to be terminally online like the rest of the world.
I'm terminally ill.
Andy. Yeah, it is. Okay, that is her. I wasn't being bad. Yeah, apparently there's like a music video. It's like, why is Kelly Rowland texting on the Excel app?
Oh, okay. That's very funny. I do remember this meme now.
And apparently they asked her, and her reasoning was, it's just a draft. But again, who writes a draft?
In an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, I write it in my notes app.
Yeah, that's very strange. This was like a recent music video?
No, it was from like 2002. Or maybe late, 20th anniversary in 2022.
That makes, I mean...
No,
it
doesn't make sense.
Nobody knew. Remember fucking Mission Impossible, he types in max.com?
Yeah, but she was using it was like a Nokia branded fucking thing, because you can see Nokia and stuff in it.
Yeah, of course.
Like, nah, I think they fucked up.
Sure. I didn't get texting until college.
I know. I didn't have a phone until I was like 16, so.
Yeah, I didn't have a phone until junior year, I think.
Yeah, that's 16.
It was like
Andy.
16, yeah.
Fool.
Wow. 2 peas in a pod. Two penises in a pod.
What?
We really got to wrap this one up, Robbie.
Yeah, we are off kilt. My kilt fell off.
Robbie, now I can see your quaking berries.
Ooh. All right, next week we're doing Nightmare on Elm Street. I'll think of a bunch more jokes by the end. Just think of different words for nightmare and different trees, and we're
in. If you're still here, we love you.
Andy will send you $50.
No, I don't have that kind of money, Robbie.
To everyone who sends us an email. That's not true. Don't send us an email.
I don't have.
I mean, do send us an email, but you're not going to get money.
You're not getting money. I don't have money to give.
Anyone who sends us an email with a fucking movie request would get that movie done.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, brother.
For sure, and 7 years prior.
Very good.
Yeah. Richard Pryor. We got to go. All right.
Yeah, we got to go. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Next week, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, and believe it or not, I'll see his lady.